Translation occurs when mRNA is translated into a polypeptide chain. The process goes as follows. The uncharged tRNA that comes from the nucleus enters the cytoplasm and attaches to its specific amino acid, becoming charged. The tRNA has an amino acid on one side and an anticodon on the other side. The anticodon and amino acid have a specific codon that must be binded to it. This relationship between mRNA codons and amino acids is known as the genetic code. The tRNA helps the complementary pairs find each other. The tRNA carrying methionine attaches to the small ribosomal subunit, which then binds to the 5' prime of the mRNA and moves along until it hits the start codon of AUG. The large ribosomal subunit is connected to the small ribosomal subunit and goes at the bottom of it. This is called the initiation step. Next, the next tRNA then brings the next specific amino acid, SER, that has the anticodon that is a complementary base to the next codon on the mRNA strand. The tRNA binds the amino acid to the mRNA codon, and the two amino acids are now connected through a peptide bond. Once the bond is formed, the tRNA releases the peptide and circles back into the cytoplasm to start the process over again. This process continues happening and begins to form a polypeptide chain, which this process is called elongation. However, there can be more than one codon that code for the same amino acid, which explains why the genetic code is redundant but not ambiguous. Finally, once the ribosomal subunit hits the stop codon, termination occurs, which is when the release factor on the mRNA forces the enzyme to add water to the last amino acid on the chain. This reaction separates the chain from the tRNA and the ribosomes, and the new protein is released. Protein synthesis is different in eukaryotes compared to in prokaryotes because in eukaryotes, an extra step is included called processing in between transcription and translation. Each of these genes codes for different protein alleles, which are heterogeneous and differ from one person to the next, which explains diversity of life.